that Rick Ross bought a plane. Apparently, the plane's about like near to $20 million. Some people, I've gone off pricing. Hey, y'all want to see how much I'm a pocket watcher? Y'all want to watch this? Y'all want to watch this? Okay, I'm gonna show you how much of a pocket watcher I am. Right? And let me tell you this too. Like these days, people cap more than ever, but these days you could figure out the cappers. You get what I mean? Now, if you guys don't know, Rick Ross actually just debuted that he bought a plane. All right, he posted this on a story. Plane looked like this. He said it's not wrapped. He said this is painted. So this is gold fucking paint right where the little Rick Ross thing is at. Right. By the way, this is prime Rick Ross motherfucking. This is why he's good. He tagged every partner he fucking has in the book. This is exactly why he has tens, if maybe not hundreds of millions of dollars, right? He's constantly using his equity from rap to promote other shit. He's somebody who I look up to because, to keep it real, I think he always knew that his, relevance with the youth was going to fade after a while. So he tried to sign new artists like Meek and Wale and other artists and the like. But after a while, when, I think he may have went through some headaches with the music industry, he started to pivot. He started to go into investing into these ancillary brands that pretty much promote to the hip-hop crowd or capitalize off of the hip-hop crowd, except this time he was selling products. So whether it's Boom Boo, if you guys don't know, Boom Boo is it's a cognac, I believe. I believe it's partially also owned by Lil Wayne, but also Rick Ross is a part owner as well. Not too sure what Villa and France is, but Deacon Whiskey, you can imagine it's a whiskey company. McQueen Violet Fog, I think this is something of the same thing too. I don't want to click. This is not a promo for Rick Ross, by the way. Yeah, it's more liquor. So that boy is selling all type of liquor. I think there's one big brand that kind of owns all of these. But he's also, with the car show that just happened, he's pushing Slippery Slope, okay? Which is like a soap for cars or whatever, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna do better than it would have not done without him. He got an energy drink, Rapstar energy drink. He got official rap snacks. He got Ethica. I know the owner, or I've talked to the owner for Ethica. That's like an underwear garment company. So I'm guessing he's an investor there. There's another drink. He's into, Rick Ross is into a lot of stuff. Now, you'll notice he didn't tag Wingstop. I've been waiting to hear what's going on with him and Wingstop. He said it during the whole beef with him and DJ Envy. He said that his relationship with Wingstop is strained, and he does not feel the same about Wingstop as he used to feel. So I'm really kind of trying to figure out, like, damn, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I think Wingstop, I just think Rick Ross. Rick Ross put the entire hood on this, fatty fried diabetes type of food, but shit, like, listen, only a fat niggas know what the good food is. Let's keep it a bean. So, he put it in all the hoods, like he was going from place to place, but now he's saying he don't really fuck with them like that. I'm wondering what that problem is. Where's the business going with that? He owns several franchises. I thought he owned part of the company, but he's distanced himself from Wingstop. You won't see him tag Wingstop at all. Wondering what's going with that. He did say he was going to not expose it, but explain it on a podcast. He hasn't done that yet. However, the interesting part of this is that if you go to his story, and by the way, I'm sorry if I'm speaking quickly. I'm trying to make sure I get out as much topics as I can before I have to go today. This is the interesting thing. I'm going to show you how Act does pocket watching mad quick. This is how my brain thinks. It might not be how your brain thinks, but, welcome to my world. Let's see if we can get this going on.
Start by listening.
Okay, here we go.
And who you...
By the way, his story, I always suggest you follow Rick Ross. Rick Ross posts 1 million stories per day, half for promo, half his content. I think it's genius. I've even thought to myself, maybe I should post stories, because he's not one of these guys trying to be cool. Like, a lot of these rappers act like they're not on social media. You know what I mean? Like mysterious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm being honest. Like, yo, like I give you an example. I don't think you'd be mind if I gave you this example. Like Playboy Cardi hit me up like 2 days ago, and Playboy Cardi was like, "Hey, Ak," and I'm like, "Oh shit, Cardi, what's up, man?" I said, "Yo, people miss you. They want music. What's cracking, dog? Haven't talked to you in a while, brother. What's going on?" He says, "I'm okay." He's like, "Ak, I just want to warn you. There might be fake pictures of me coming out. Just be aware. Keep your head up. Miss you. We'll talk more soon." I'm like, what the fuck? He just came out to tell me there's fake pictures. I don't even know what fake pictures he's talking about. But I was like, yo, what the hell? Yo, Cardi's like never on Instagram. You know what I mean? Yo, Cardi's like Prince. Cardi is the Prince of like younger rappers. The nigga popped his head up just to tell me, "Hey, Ak, just be aware. Fake pictures are coming out." I ain't even see the fake pictures yet. That's the crazy thing about it. I ain't know what picture he talking about. He's like, yo, fake pictures are coming out. Just be aware. Love. Miss you, brother. Whatever. I'm like, yo, what's up with the music? He's like, we'll talk soon. Okay. And it's like he just disappeared again. Like, this is happening via DMs, and it's like he's just like, I am gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas like Cardi and even Uzi, bro, they're mad mysterious. Like, it's like, yo, bro, can't y'all use Instagram normally? Rick Ross uses Instagram normally. Like, he's posts, like, you can see what the fuck Rick Ross is doing every day. Him and, like, DJ Khaled, they post everything. Yo, I'm going to the mailbox. Hey, yo, I'm shooting hoops. Hey, yo, I'm driving my lawnmower. Hey, yo, I'm cleaning my car. Hey, yo, I'm about to get on a plane to go to a booking. Like, he tells you everything. And then he got jokes in there and motivation, but he also promo shit, which I'm like, shit, he's taking advantage of the platform. You get what I mean? Okay, all right, man. So, okay, cool. So, let's play what Rick Ross got going on. Okay, that's down. So here we go. Wow. Beautiful plane.
Morning glory. As you see, this will not stop. MG, Ricky Rozay, the Empire. Let's network, man. Let's get to the money. You can see how it's going down. If y'all want to do it together, let's do it together. You want to do it separately, that's on you. I want to network. Biggest boss, Ricky Rozay. I told y'all, we ain't playing no games. Ricky Rozay, whenever y'all see that MG, that's a $5 billion play. $5 billion play. Who want to go around the world with Ricky Rozay? I'm letting y'all know right now. Let's take it around the world. Let's take our hustle around the world, not just in the U.S. Africa, what's up?
Africa.
Greece, what's up? We just left Monaco. Big money. Oh, man. Let's go. Listen to Pool Party, July 2nd. RickRossPoolParty.com. This how I'm coming in. I want to fly me a few bad ones in. Which one should I fly in? We finna have a toast. We finna have some loot.
You know how much pussy's getting off of this? Let me tell you this. Ain't nothing women love more than posting up with another man's expensive, exotic car or in a private jet that they spent no money to charter, or they didn't pay for 1% of the gas. You get what I mean? Nothing women love more than that. Like, this is the ultimate, like, pussy getter. Like, you know what I mean? Again, obviously, like Jeffrey Epstein was a fucking creep. But him and some other nigga named Peter Nygaard, by the way, completely disgusting individuals, because it was not honest with you. So Rick Ross about to have all the IG hoes, obviously of age. He's not a weirdo. We don't know him to be a weirdo. But all the IG models finna be in this nigga's DM. That's a fact. And the reason why I brought up like Jeffrey Epstein and the other niggas, I think that's kind of part of what people kind of be attracted to. Like this plain shit. I don't know what it is, man.
Bel Air, the finest bubbles in the world. Make sure y'all posting y'all bubbles if y'all celebrating with the boss. Let's go, baby. It's big.
I want to know what, I'm such a pocket watcher. I want to know what Rick Ross's deal is with Bel Air. You know, I figured out what Diddy's deal is with Ciroc, right? You I'm going to tell you what I heard Diddy's deal is? So with Ciroc, let's see, Ciroc. Probably got to go flavors. Okay, here we go. So this is Ciroc, right? I hear this is Diddy's deal. They said Diddy gets a cut. So this is the original. So this is like the plain, right? Like this blue one. They says Diddy gets an ambassador fee, just like a promotion fee for this. However, the reason why Diddy always rocks with Ciroc is that every time they create a new flavor, he becomes a partner only for the new flavor. That's why he's always debuting new flavors. You get what I mean? For the original Ciroc, he doesn't get a part of it. You get what I mean? They pay him like, oh, hey, keep promoting us, but Diddy's the best promoter in the fucking world. So they said, hey, listen, we're going to create different flavors. You're going to have profit participations on the flavors. So when Diddy says, yo, we're doing peach, he's getting a percentage of the peach. That's how his money's made. But I hear the original, which is the premium ultra, whatever this is, which is the plain Jane, he doesn't get participation on that. He gets participation on any time they introduce a flavor, which I think that's great business because, by the way, Ciroc it existed before Diddy. Diddy just popularized it to everybody in the black community and in hip hop. So they should give him profit participation. But I understand them saying, hey, listen, okay, we'll give you participation on different flavors. those SKUs, but not the main one because we existed kind of before you came around. I think that's kind of fair. But that's a fire deal for Diddy. Diddy makes, if you ask me, at least 50, maybe $100 million each year off of just liquor sales. Not just this. He got Deli on now. He's moving a lot of product, okay? Diddy's really good at doing that. I'm wondering what Rick Ross's deal is when it comes to Bel Air. Because Bel Air isn't his company, but he's the biggest and best promoter of it. And it's now the thing that people pop in hip-hop nightclubs. So he's made it synonymous with hip-hop. That's why you got Bel Air Boys. By the way, it's kind of interesting. Well, actually, no. Envy was never... Envy used to be Envy used to do business... Was Envy a Bel Air boy? Like, they'll have the DJs be like certain, they'll give them like deals and shit like that. Like, hey, when you in the club, shout out to this bottle or whatever the case is. Regardless, the point of what I'm saying is that I'm wondering what Ross's deal is, but it got to be something good because he reps the shit out of this.
It's the biggest boss, Ricky Rozay. This ain't none of that other talk.
That's a fly plane.
Nah, I'm letting y'all know. In the next plays we got lined up, they're only gonna get greater and greater. So join the team now. You can wait till we 10 billion up.
Now, it's a beautiful play. I know I'm pausing a lot, but I'm trying to give y'all some context and shit. Remember when Young Blue showed off his plane? And remember Sean Kingston showed off his plane? By the way, Sean Kingston, my bad. I was doing a Dirk interview. That's why I didn't get a chance to come down to Florida yet. He wants me to come to Florida to come tour his plane. So he wants me to come do a podcast in the hangar, me and Sean Kingston with his plane. So he claims he has a plane too. Okay? I didn't look into it, but he showed off on the gram, so I'm guessing Sean Kingston got a plane. And we could probably talk about that because apparently there's a bunch of people trying to expose Sean Kingston, which is a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that. But Rick Ross's plane is a little bit different. This is what's called a G550. It's a plane that could hold up to 18 passengers. Comparing it to Young Blue's plane, Young Blue's plane could hold, I believe, about 9 passengers. Again, not shitting on nobody or whatever the case is. It's just a different type of thing. This is a G550. It's a Gulfstream. This new, like, about 7 years ago, if you got it new, and even now, if you get this new, this plane will cost you about like $42, $45 million. Could even go to 50 after you pay taxes. So it could be a $50 million plane. Now, here's the thing with planes and yachts, and I found this out recently. Because as I've gone to Miami, you know me, I'm trying to, again, like, I'm at a point where I need investment vehicles too, because, like, I have every car I want to get, right? I have a house. I'm good. So you want to put your money that it could earn more money. I go to Miami and I see all these niggas, they spend through the teeth trying to impress bitches. How? They rent cars. So I thought about maybe I should just buy a Lambo down there and have, Kevo does this, by the way. I'm not exposing none. That's just reality. Kevo has a bunch of like Lambos and shit, and people go down there and rent it to flex on bitches, and they pay $2,500 a day. So I'm like, if I buy a Lambo, which say my Lambo, right? My Lambo's I paid $300 something for it, but like, let's say $300,000. If I buy that and niggas is renting it out, in the summer they're renting out every day because niggas got to flex. $2,500 a day. That, let's say it's rented out 4 or 5 times out of the week. Let's say 4 times out of the week. That's $10,000 a week. You paid $300,000 for it. $10,000. It would take 10 weeks to. It was $10,000 a week. It would take 10 weeks to get $100,000, and essentially 30 weeks to get $300,000. You do it for 2 summers. You're up money. It's kind of an easy thing when niggas love to flex, right? So, and I'm giving y'all some money tips and shit like that, or not money tips, but I'm giving y'all some of the game because, I know this is why y'all watch me. And somebody gave me a great compliment recently. They said, yo, Ak, the reason why we fuck with you is that everybody else we watch, they talk super like, they're not really breaking shit down, my nigga. Like, you gonna break the shit down and give us the fucking real behind all of this, like, shit. So, cool. All right, so that's cars, right? Like, it's the same thing with yachts, right? But I'll tell you the yacht and plane game, right? So the yacht and plane game, because I've thought about it right before, I'm about to buy this condo. I should have done it for my birthday, but I didn't do it yet. I looked at it like this, and I'm being very transparent because I'm giving y'all a game. Hopefully I get to these positions, y'all do what y'all want, when y'all get y'all wealth. I'm like, well, I would love for the shit that I own to make money. If I buy some real estate, of course it's going to appreciate because real estate usually appreciates. However, let's say I buy a yacht and I get like somebody to manage it, like a driver or like, what do you call it? I'm on some Kodak shit, driving the yacht. The nigga, is it a pilot? It's not a pilot for a yacht. Whatever it is, man. Like, you got to have a nigga to drive this shit, right? I could have it down there in Miami. Niggas literally in the summer for 4 hours. I'm telling you real prices. Niggas will go on like, let's say it's a 70 foot yacht. Really could be even 60 foot. But let's say it's an 80 foot, right? An 80 foot yacht. Yo, a nigga might be spending $4,000, right? $1,000 an hour. You get what I mean? $1,000 an hour. Sometimes it could even be more for a yacht for 4 hours. They're gonna leave. They're not even, the yacht not going far. It goes out into this little bay where all the other Miami yachts are. You got probably 5 or 6 bitches. You got to bring your own liquor, this and third. You play music on the yacht, and just because everybody getting their Instagram stories off, easy $4,000 instantly. So I thought about that. I'm like, maybe I should just get a yacht just to rent out. So again, I'm only telling you these things I'm trying to give you game. Now, what are yacht prices? Nobody buys yachts new. And that's what I had to do. I had to learn. Because everything in my life I've always bought new. I don't like old shit. My cars, all new. When it comes to yachts and planes, nobody buys them new. For example, this plane is $50 million new. However, if you get it used, right, with certain amount of mileage and usage, this plane costs, instead of 50, 20. I went through all that to basically tell you, in these two particular avenues, planes and yachts, you could get them used. Like, you're supposed to get them used. You're never supposed to go to a fucking thing and get a brand new fucking jet. You're tweaking, okay? Rapper don't fly that much, and also you don't have enough business to try to profit from buying it new. So you let maybe a private jet rental company buy it new. They're going to run it a bunch of times, and after a certain amount, they might do maybe an engine upgrade or engine replacement, then they're going to sell that bitch. That's just what it is. You buy it when they sell it. You get what I mean? At the end of the day, it has to pass all type of specifications to even fly, so it's not like it's going to fucking just fall out the sky. But you got a plane that's worth about $50 million, but it's $20 million. Okay, I'm trying to give you the motherfucking, I'm trying to give you the game. So if you ask me, this plane right here is about $20 million. Same thing with the yacht game, right? Bunch of yachts, if you go for an 80-foot yacht, shit, some of these things could cost up to $10 million, right? But if you actually go on the used market, which is what people do, you're going to be able to get it for like maybe 3, right? Or if you get a smaller yacht, you could get it for like 1.2, 1.3. If it's a 60-foot, 60 to 70. You know what I mean? That's the point I'm trying to say. So, again, congrats to Rick Ross, but I was also skeptical because I'm like, did Rick Ross buy the plane? You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie. We're in rap. Rap is completely full of cappers. Did Rick Ross buy the plane? Let me ask y'all a question right now. Let's do a poll. Do y'all believe Young Blue bought the plane? I believe he did. He texts me mad times. He texts me all type of brochures and all type of shit. He showed me when he signed the contract. I believe he bought the plane. You believe Young Blue bought the plane? I believe it. Do you believe that Sean Kingston bought the plane? I gotta check into that a little bit more. I love Sean Kingston. That's my guy. I'm seeing people right here. This is what y'all said on Rumble. Rumble! Y'all love Rumble. They got me on the front page right now. Somebody said, how's Rick Ross making money? I just showed you how he's making money. Do you know what I mean? I just showed you, bro. He's doing brand deals all over the place. He's doing franchising. He's taking his money and, like, put it like this. That car show, I got to imagine he made at least $500,000 profit. Not that he needed the $500,000, but he's creating a brand. I just told you. Rick Ross is so smart because he's creating brands. That car show, if you ask me in a year, I think really next year, but it could be 2 years from now, that should be franchised out. That shit should be happening once a quarter. One should be in Fayetteville at his crib. One should be in New York at like the Jacob Javits Center. One should be in LA. Like, bro, it should be crazy because Rick Ross has he's turned a lemonade stand into Simply Lemonade. Like, he does that all the time because he's an extremely good marketer. Put it like this. We all know about Rick Ross's car show. He was beefing with DJ Envy, who also has a car show. When is DJ Envy's car show? I don't know. No disrespect to DJ Envy. I just don't know. Rick Ross, while he's beefing with you, is promoting his shit. He promotes his Wingstop. He promotes his, or he used to promote Wingstop. He promotes his Bel Air. He's promoting shit that's getting him money elsewhere. Like I think we kind of went over this. Like a lot of these rappers, they make the most of their money outside of rap. Rick Ross, I feel like, figured out that formula a lot of times. Let's keep listening because he's going to talk about this. Here we go.
That's on you. I'm going to keep it solid. My voice going to stay the same, nigga. My homies around me going to stay the same. I'm just letting y'all know. But the game ain't the same.
I ain't gonna lie, this was the ultimate checkmate to DJ Envy too. Like, by the way, DJ Envy's way rich. He's not broke at all. But a plane is another level, my nigga.
Maybach Airlines. Maybach Airlines. Yeah. That suite, that bed all the way to the back. Yeah. What's up? 18 passenger. Y'all gonna be one of those 18? What's up? Y'all let me know now. What we doing? Come to daddy, baby. Come to daddy. That's right.
There we go. See? Rick Ross puts his own commercials.
Car show went crazy. We posting car show pics all summer, but FYI, I don't just paint my cars, baby. We paint the G550s, you heard me? Biggest. This is my first jet I ever bought, so I said if I'm gonna do it right. I heard about the other homies that had a plane or two. They said they had the wrap on it and the wrap was peeling off in the sky. I said I'm gonna paint mine. Duncan Aviation, I appreciate the love. Y'all see what it is? We finna go get us some more money now. Don't you ever stop chasing your dreams. Don't you ever let nobody tell you what you're worth. Don't you ever accept that. Never. Never. The impossible is only for the unwilling. I read that from my sister yesterday, but make sure you keep going. Don't ever let nobody tell you what you can and what you can't accomplish. Rozay here to motivate you.
Here we go.
I ain't never went 10 million sold. I ain't never went 5 million sold.
That was very powerful of him saying that. I remember one time when he was arguing with 50 and he was going back and forth. He said to an interviewer one time, he said, would you rather sell 100,000 10 times or sell 1 million once? And that was such a powerful question because what he was talking about was longevity. A lot of people feel like the race to riches and happiness and wealth is the rabbit race. It's not realizing that, hey, at a certain point, everybody will be irrelevant to the youngest of audience. That's what hip hop seems to chase. These days, if Rick Ross dropped a track right now, maybe not a lot of people would tune in. Back in the day or 10 years ago, they would have. However, is his money slowing up because he has less attention in music? No, he capitalized when he did have attention to create these brands. So when he said, I've never sold 10 million records, I've never even sold 5. And I guess he's talking about on a particular project. Yet he has a fucking plane that I'm estimating to be at least $20 million sitting in the background. What does that tell you about this whole race that people seem to be on? That's why I look up to Rick Ross. I admire his hustle, if not anything. He's turned things, people clown him about his weight and clown him about fat. They called him Fat Boy until he said, all right, fuck it. I'm getting some restaurants that y'all could, like, I know good eats. Come get some good eats with me. Made mad money off it. So I salute him for all that.
I ain't never went did none of that, but guess what? That don't represent what Rozay worth. That don't represent Rozay value. You understand what I'm trying to say? Don't let none of that shit tell you what you worth. Because, baby, we way heavier than all these niggas, man.
Okay, this is him in the pilot. Okay.
I'm looking for a song I can do that money dance to.
See? Commercial again.
Yeah.
Dancing again.
Yeah. One more time.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, Rick Ross.
Hey.
Rasta be
Hey. Hold on, here we go.
Biggest boss, Ricky Rozay. Ain't no more talk. This the bottom line. You dig?
Does he own the plane? We're going to get to it, chat. Does he own the plane? Somebody says, Karras says his friends allowed him to paint the plane they all own. Okay.
We finna turn up the pool party July 2nd.
Now this nigga's throwing a pool party. What the fuck?
Meek Mill gonna be in the building. It's gonna be a lot of.
By the way, Meek Mill performed at the car show. It was very beautiful watching these two. They had issues. I know it wasn't that well publicized when me and Meek was kind of going at it. Like, I think I was trying to expose that there was a situation with them in Miami at a point. But that shit all got deaded, really. It all got deaded. And, you know, they're cool now. You know what I mean? Meek's, it was mostly over contractual situations. It was never personal. They're both in a better space. Meek's in a better space. Rick Ross in a better space. And now they're back friends because they always had love for each other. So it was a great moment to see them on stage.
Heavyweights in the building. Y'all better go to rickrosspoolparty.com. Get your ticket.
Oh, my God. He always promote, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anyway.
Go ahead and lower the vibes for me. Yeah.
Flexing like her.
After hours.
Oh, shit. She always promoting. Okay. All right. Now, does he own the plane? We're going to figure out right now if he owns the plane. And this is how Akademiks pocket. This is how my brain works. This is why, like, rappers like me or hate me.
I'm the daddy,
because
man.
I ain't going to lie. Listen, you
Rozay,
can fool a lot of people. You can fool a lot of people some of the times, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And I'm one of the people that's hard to fool the majority of the time. So let me just put this out there for any rapper who's ever going to claim you bought a plane. This is what I'm going to do. There ain't no secret. I ain't no Fed. I'm going to show everybody how to prove either you're telling the truth or you're a fraud. So does Rick Ross own this plane? Let's figure it out.
Y'all see that double MG? That's a $5 billion.
Okay, the double MG, he says a $5 billion emblem. I mean, he's made a lot of money off it. He had a label. Cool. But that's not what we're looking for here. I'm going to show you what we care about. Here we go. On every plane you're ever going to see, chat, you're going to see this number right here, which is a tag, which is known, which needs to be on every airline because it's a FAA identifier. This number right here, N676A6. I don't care what plane you look at, that number needs to be identifiable on outside of every plane. No matter what you paint, you could paint it pink, you could paint it whatever, nigga. It needs to be there because every time a aircraft takes off, it needs, at least within U.S. Airways, it needs to register a manifest. It needs to register a flight path with the FAA. So, this is how I could prove easily if this is his plane or not. Look at the tag number, N676A6. Here we go. I'm going to do it right now. N676A6. Here we go. I literally just typed it into Google. Here's the thing too. If your plane, we could look up anything about that plane. And this is why sometimes these things are invasive, because if you know a flight, like for example, you could look up Drake's flight information for his cargo jet and you could know when he's scheduling a flight. He has to submit it to the FAA and it becomes public instantly. So you could know if Drake's plane is in Turks and Caicos, if it's in Bora Bora. Liquor, my bad. You can know if it's in Greece. You can know if it's anywhere. When you look this up, and it's the government website right here, which is FAA.gov. If you click on it, it will tell you everything you need to know. And this is how we're going to prove. So any of y'all rappers, don't try to do what Rick Ross is doing, because you will get exposed. This is a federal website, FAA.gov. Aircraft Inquiry, FAA Registry, this and third. Now we're going to figure out whose fucking plane it is, okay? Serial number, blah, 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 da-da-da-da-da. It's a Gulfstream G550, as Rick Ross said. We're going to see some interesting things, which kind of leads me to believe it's his plane, because there's some new certificate dates, which means he was probably in the process of buying it. FAA, authorized all of the ownership transactions, and that's why there's new certificates as of April. Now, as we go down on this site, and by the way, here's the thing too. It says, here we go. It says type of registration, LLC. Then it says fractional owner. It says no, which means the registration of whatever LLC owns this plane completely. As you go down a little bit more, and this is why, again, Rick Ross passes the Big Act test, because the registered owner is Maybach Air LLC. Rick Ross owns the plane. He told you it's Maybach Air. He made an LLC called Maybach Air. And I don't want to put shit. I don't put addresses there because this is a government website. Everything's there. Like, address, the address of where it's is there. Let me see if I can skip past it. I could. Yeah, here we go. The engine manufacturer, it tells you what the engine manufacturer is, blah, 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 certificate number. Essentially, again, I got to be careful because I don't want to, even though I think y'all can look this shit up. What you need to know is the registered owner is Maybach LLC. And unless y'all want to claim that whoever owned the plane transferred ownership to a company called Maybach LLC, I'm pretty sure if you are in tune with searching, we could probably search Maybach LLC as a Florida company, and we'll see that Rick Ross owns it. So Rick Ross owns Maybach LLC, or Maybach Air LLC. Maybach Air LLC owns the plane. Rick Ross owns the plane. So, does Rick Ross pass the cap test? 100%. 100%. So, my boy Ricky Rozay indeed owns the plane. And I think that's dope. You know what I mean? I only put this out there in the term of the cap test because I see rappers more trying to act like they're all buying planes. If your name is not coming, or a company you own, it ain't coming back on the registered, I know it's not going to be like, it's not going to say Rick Ross or Robert Williams, as his real name is. He's going to register under LLC because he's going to have to write off mad costs. The reason why he's going to have an LLC just for the plane, anything that is, it costs about, and we could look this up right now. Look, G550 plane costs. To operate this plane, I'm going to tell you how much it costs to operate. Let me see if I can find it. That's not it. Is it this? Okay, I think this is it. I looked it up before. Okay. So we kind of got to go like here. It could be lower, right? I think this means you have to have 2 pilots. I think you could get away with 1 pilot type shit. This plane, and also maintenance, there's some wiggle room. To fly this plane yearly, you could probably, I think, around 2.5 million. I know it says 3.4, but I think 2.5. That's a lot of money. Of course, that's definitely a lot of money. But the reason why you're going to create an LLC is because you spending that amount of money in terms of hiring a pilot, maintenance costs. You're going to have to pay for places to store it. You're going to have to pay for all these other things. You're going to write these costs off of your taxes. So that 2.5 million, I think it would need for Ross to pay to operate this plane every year for a good amount of time, unless he's renting it out, which I don't know if niggas will rent a plane that just says Rick Ross on the side, but niggas is dick riders, so they might do it. Rick Ross is probably the reason why it's not in just his name, you want all that to be rolled into Maybach Air LLC's taxes. So that's actually a smart move by Ross, but I want to congratulate Ross, man. Obviously I'm always trying to make sure niggas ain't capping, but I just want to say that I am thoroughly impressed by Rick Ross, who literally, objectively, has purchased an airplane. He's passed the cap test. There ain't no cap in his rap. It is what it is. All right. I know some of y'all be like, damn, you went through all that just to show. Listen, man. I be in niggas' pockets so much, I be wondering how the fuck these niggas even got some of the shit they got. Okay. All right. Okay. Yo. I Are y'all into extraterrestrial tinfoil hat shit? I don't know if you are. I am. Well, actually, I'm not really at all. But this one story recently just caught my attention. So apparently, everybody's saying that there was a fucking alien. I know this is gonna sound wild, and I apologize if like I'm losing some of y'all. There was an alien that touched down in motherfucking Vegas. I gotta play you this video. And trust me, I would have never played you this video if I didn't watch it and seen shit that I'm like, okay, whatever. But let me see, Alien Vegas.